So thorax here is the cylindrical part of the body that is connecting the head and neck with the lower part of the body, that is the abdomen pelvis. And then further down to it is the lower limbs. So this is almost the upper middle part of the trunk of the body. Thorax as a whole is cylindrical in shape and comprises of thoracic wall that further comprised of, or that further consists of, bony and cartilaginous components. Inside the wall, we have two pleural cavities. Now, what is pleura? Pleura is the specialized type of membrane that is itself histologically lined by the specialized epithelium, which is called mesothelium. It is serous membrane. Pleura जो है और similar इसकी जो lining है abdomen की, जिसको peritoneum कहते हैं, and similar protective lining is around the heart, जिसको pericardium कहते हैं. ये तीनों तरह की जो membranes हैं, ये बनी हुई होती हैं mesothelium से. Right? Mesothelium is specialized type of epithelium. ठीक हो गया? इसमें it comprises of squamous cells. So the membrane itself is defined as a serous membrane. Pleura, peritoneum, and pericardium, which are the coverings of, or the internal linings of, the thorax, abdomen, pelvis, and heart. All of these membranes are serous in nature. They are serous membranes lined by mesothelium. And each of these membranes, they cover the organs. For example, in pleura, in case of pleura, the pleural membranes, they line the inside of the thoracic wall and external surfaces of the lungs. ठीक है, तो outer covering जो है lungs की, उसको pleura कहते हैं. When we will further elaborate and describe the pleura, उसमें हम ये पढ़ेंगे कि pleura की अपनी दो layers होती हैं, parietal and visceral. We are going to study it as a separate topic in later lectures of the thorax. So अभी के लिए सिर्फ इसलिए बता रही हूँ क्योंकि यहाँ पे mentioned है in the introduction of the thorax के pleural cavity. तो उसको बताने के लिए I have first explained what is pleura. It is a serous membrane lined by specialized type of epithelium which is called mesothelium. So it is a serous membrane जिसकी दो layers होती हैं, parietal and visceral. Parietal is the outer layer which lines just inside the thoracic wall, whereas the visceral layer lines the external surface of the lung. So in between these two layers lies the pleural cavity. I hope this is clear. So pleura, along with its cavity, which is called the pleural cavity or the pleural space, lines or covers the lungs. So lungs are located on either side within the thoracic cavity, right? So what lies between the lungs? These are the two lungs on right and left sides. Here in this cross section, the front of the thoracic wall along with the sternum has been removed, so that now you are looking at the thoracic cavity. Fine. अब आप अंदर से thoracic cavity को देख रहे हो और सामने front से thoracic wall को remove कर दिया गया है along with the sternum in the anterior midline. This ring-shaped structure that you can see in the back is trachea. और इसके सामने से जो ये आपको वेसल्स निकलती नजर आ रही हैं, these are the pulmonary trunk and the aorta. एंड इसके बीच में जो ये आपको ऑर्गन नजर आ रहा है, ये हार्ट है, और ये दोनों साइड्स पे लंग्स हैं. सो लंग्स जो हैं वो अपनी लैटरल साइड पे जो कैविटीज हैं थोरैसिक कैविटी में, उसमें पड़े हुए हैं, लाइंड बाय, फर्दर कवर्ड बाय प्लूरा. मिडिल लाइन में जो बेटे स्पेस होती है, द स्पेस बिटवीन द टू लंग्स और अ फाइब्रस सेप्टम बिटवीन द टू लंग्स, इसको कहते हैं मीडियास्टिनम. मीडियास्टिनम. So what is mediastinum? Mediastinum is the midline space within the thoracic cavity bounded laterally by two lungs. Now, what are the different layers of the thorax? Thorax, just like any other region in the body, is covered from outward to inward with the skin, superficial fascia and deep fascia. And all of you by now know that there is a difference of contents of superficial fascia in males and females. And what is that difference in the contents? The females, their superficial fascia contains mammary glands, which is absent in the males. Then below the superficial fascia, we have deep fascia. Further deeper to deep fascia are the pectoral muscles. That is the pectoralis major, minor, subclavius, and on the anterolateral side of the thoracic wall, we have serratus anterior. When you will remove all of these layers, you will reach the thoracic wall, the skeleton of the thoracic wall. Now, the skeleton of the thoracic wall comprises of, in the midline anteriorly, sternum, on the sides, anterolaterally, costal cartilages, ribs, posterolaterally, ribs, and in the midline posteriorly, vertebrae. So the space between two ribs is called intercostal space, right? And each of these intercostal spaces, they have their own contents in the form of intercostal muscles and neurovasculature. Further deeper within the thoracic wall, now you have entered the thoracic cavity. Skin, superficial fascia, deep fascia, pectoral muscles, intercostals, and then endothoracic fascia. So the immediate innermost lining of the thoracic wall is called endothoracic fascia. Next to it is the extraparietal layer of fatty tissue, and innermost deepest structure that you will reach after removing all of these previous structures by moving outward to inward, you will finally reach the parietal pleura.